This movie is a movie you can feel. Requiem for a Dream is one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen, detailing the lives and dreams of 4 people, yet their drug addiction spiraled them out of control. Directed by Darren Aronofsky, based on the 1978 book by Hubert Selby Jr., starring Jared Morgentime Leto, Ellen, I think it's time for an exorcist burstin', Marlon Wayans, and Jennifer Connelly. In this video, I'll recap this film and give some slight analysis towards the ending and characters. Please watch this movie yourself. It's on Tubi. If you want to see what happens, including all the messed up parts, stay tuned for the breakdown. Cue the Gohan. Sarah Goldfarb argues with her son Harry, who is taking away her TV to sell, him and his friend Tyrone, and they sell it to Mr. Rabinowitz. Probably one of the best drug use representations. These two are heroin addicts who want to make that easy money. Sarah, Harry's mom, meets Mr. Rabinowitz, who tells her to call the cops on her son Harry since he clearly has a drug problem, but she's far too forgiving of her only son. She gets her TV back and watches her favorite show, probably the only thing she enjoys. And then she gets a call saying she's been invited to be on her favorite TV show. The exciting news makes her want to wear her favorite red dress, but it's not fitting like it used to. To fit in that dress, Sarah has to diet, but diets kinda suck. Harry speaks with his girlfriend, Marion. She's financially spoiled by her parents, but she'd have rather have their unconditional love than their money. Then Harry, and Tyrone take some pills and figure they should sell heroin. Harry wants to be successful and rich, make his mother proud, and be with the love of his life. Marion wants the love of her life too, and wants her parents to love her by opening a clothing store. Tyrone, he's just trying to get out the ghetto. Harry and Tyrone get their hands on some heroin to sell, but get high on their own supply. Meanwhile, Sarah is trying to start her diet. Your stomach still growling? She gets a letter in the mail from the TV show and fills out her application with her elderly clique. But that crash diet is too tough. She's imagining food like she's having a mirage in the desert. She goes to a physician, where the unemotional doctor prescribes her some amphetamines to control her appetite. I like how he goes into the void right after. Both Harry and Tyrone start selling heroin. I really like this scene of Tyrone looking at the mirror while his girlfriend is in the other room. He thinks back to his childhood where his mother tells him that love is most important. But it's also clear Harry loves his mother too, who sadly starts to get addicted to the amphetamines. Upon seeing her son Harry again, she's erratic and making everyone dizzy. Uh-oh. Is this a horror movie now? Mom is clicking her teeth and Harry realizes she's popping amphetamines and tells her to lay off the drugs. Look at the pot calling the kettle black. She's longing for the past. Fitting in that red dress gives her a reason to get up in the morning. She finds life pointless of being alone in this apartment. This scene was really sad. Tyrone hangs with his drug suppliers, who threaten him to make sure he falls in line. But then, the driver of the car shoots and kills members of the gang. I loved the camera movement for such an erratic scene. Sarah swallows more pills, becoming adjusted to them, increasing her dosage. Ironically, her life is getting darker and more depressing, the very thing she wanted to escape. She imagines herself on her favorite TV show to escape. Why is this your favorite TV show? I'd be lying if I said I didn't expect Tyrone to be behind bars sometime in this movie. He eventually makes bail, where Harry over here tells him there's a war between the Italian mafia and the black organized crime groups. They see some criminals dump a body, but it feels like a Harold and Kumar scene. Harry notices his arm is getting infected from the heroin use. And also, if these doctors can't tell that Sarah is abusing these pills, then take away their damn medical license. Meanwhile, these 3 can't sell drugs like they used to because the supply is expensive due to the gang war. So she has dinner with her therapist. She imagines stabbing his hand when he touches her, but makes the embarrassing decision to have sex with him for money. Feels like the walls are closing in on her and she vomits as soon as she gets outside. Rock bottom was what they wanted to escape, but their drug use has only brought them closer than they've ever been. Their withdrawal symptoms have them plan going to Florida to find some heroin. Sarah's world is distorted, hallucinating that the fridge is attacking her. Marion and Harry argue and he tells her to pimp herself out instead of relying on him. Meanwhile with Sarah, it's a freaking horror movie. Like Exorcist all over again. She hallucinates herself on TV, and then they pop in her world absolutely cooking her shit, roasting her like a turkey. Then the Kool-Aid Man pops in and her house becomes a video set. Crowds chant, "Feed me, Sarah," over and over, and the fridge eats her. She runs out of her apartment in the freezing New York code. Nobody will pay her any mind because she looks crazy. She finds the casting agency for her favorite TV show, asking when she will be on television, and it's just, I don't know what to say about this. The police come and take her away. On the way to Florida, we see how infected Harry is getting, and he shoots heroin into his gangrenous wound. Marion meets with a pimp named Big Tim. Keith David is in like 10 movies every year.
I'm Little John.
I thought you were Big Tim, don't lie, says it right here. It's a reference to Robin Hood, I'm kidding. He fuels her drug habit, and she screams in the bathtub from frustration, a shot-by-shot remake of a scene from Perfect Blue. Harry and Tyrone visit the clinic for that gangrenous wound. Ah, Dr. Connors. He knows all about having one arm, cause that's about to be you, Harry. But both Tyrone and Harry are arrested for drug use. All while Sarah recovers at a psychiatric ward where she is treated like an object by the orderlies, forcing her to eat. They make her sign a contract without her understanding anything. Marion works for Big Tim, begging for Harry's help, who calls from jail, but she knows he won't be back, even though he lies saying he will. Harry and Tyrone experience withdrawal symptoms behind bars, a hopeless hell they are in. Big Tim makes Marion participate in this disgusting, painful group orgy. Harry and Tyrone are put to work by racist prison guards, and Sarah is forced into electroconvulsive therapy, and Harry has his arm removed. He dreams of Marion in a red dress, disappearing before his eyes and falling backwards into a dark void. He wakes up crying for Marion to return to him, all while friends of Sarah come to visit her at the psychiatric ward, but their friend Sarah is gone now. The movie ends imagining the best. Harry with Marion, Tyrone with his mom, Marion's possible future, and Sarah thinking of her son visiting her on her favorite TV show. The film used a unique editing style, very disjointed and disconnected at times, to show a dwindling spiral downward because of their drug use and the disconnection with each other, killing their dreams for good. Requiem is a musical piece played to honor the dead, and we've seen the death of their dreams. I don't think the movie is just about drug use, but the extra layer of humanity that makes drug use all the more saddening. Through the film's 3 seasonal acts, the film sets get colorless and depressing, easing up right into the funeral of dreams. I can't imagine things turning out good for any of the characters. Also, do you remember each medical professional in this movie? Most of them didn't care. They just signed contracts, gave prescriptions, and even treated Sarah like an object. I figured that was interesting too. The most disturbing moment for me is easily the scene where Sarah visits the casting agency. Sarah reminds me of my mom. We'd hate to see our mom in such a sad, preventable state. Most enjoyable moment was when Tyrone flashed back to a memory of his mother, telling him that love is all important. That look he gave hit different. He wanted to succeed in his life, not be held back by his environment, but his choices destroyed that dream. On the other hand, I liked it because I liked seeing Marlon Wayans in a serious role. He killed it. I think I'll have to hold off on depressing movies for a little. Here, why don't you check out this video? It should be a little less depressing, huh? If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more Spooky Rice. Thanks for watching. Spooky out.